How do you know when it's time to make an investment in business support for yourself as a micro business owner? Well, that is what we're going to explore in this video. Welcome, my name is Mira. I'm the NeuroSpicy Crone, and I support highly sensitive and neurodiverse women over 50 with lifestyle and running their own autonomous stream of income, which is fun and nervous system intensive. One of the reasons it's nervous system intensive is because of all the decisions we need to make. The possibilities are infinite. So how do we know which direction to go? So what I would like to do is lay out in a simple format, a formula that you can follow to make that decision for yourself. I have done a lot of DIY. I have also hired one-on-one coaches, and I have also been in several group coaching programs. Each one has served me in different stages of my business. So there's really three main factors. The first one is time. Do you have the time to invest in the work that needs to be done in a coaching program? It depends on the coaching program, but it's typically 2 to 3 hours a week, kind of as a base. So if you don't have a spare 2 to 3 hours a week, it's probably not a good time to invest in professional support. You're not going to get the value out of it. It's going to feel more stressful. You're going to feel more pressure. So do you have the time? That's the first question. The second one is finances. Do you have the money? Oftentimes we have the money, but we've been burned in the past. I know I've paid for coaching programs that did not have an ROI. I did not get my value back out of it. It wasn't a good fit for me. It was kind of one of those like push harder, do more, be loud kind of group coaching programs that looked cool and everybody was doing, but it just wasn't a good fit for me. So one is I'm hesitant about spending the money, and the other one is just I don't have it. If you really don't have the money to invest in professional support in the form of mentoring or business coaching, and you make that investment, that's actually going to increase the pressure on your business. It's going to be very dysregulating for your nervous system. And that stress response from not being able to cover your financial needs is going to impede your progress that you would get from this professional support, this business coaching or mentoring. So if you really don't have the money to invest, it's not a good time to get professional support. And I actually saw a crazy example of this. I was at a live coaching event with a big famous coach, and he was selling a very expensive coaching program out of this live event. It's one of the main purposes of these live events. And at one point in his pitch, which was brilliant, I love watching people pitch, it's so fascinating. At one point, a loan shark actually got up on stage and was saying, like, I can help you with this $30,000 expense. You can just borrow the money from me, like a private loan. And I thought, oh my gosh, I wanted to run around the room and say, no, don't do it. You know, like 30% interest. It balloons to, it's just like, no. That is definitely not something we want to be doing. So second question is, can you afford it? The third question is, are you committed? If you're not committed to doing the work that's laid out for you in a group coaching program, for example, it's not going to be worth your investment. And here it's important to recognize that our nervous system never wants to do the work at that primitive level. Our primitive brain has one job only, and that is to keep us alive. Doesn't care if we're happy, doesn't care if we're prosperous. And so there's always going to be a part of us that pulls back and says, don't do the thing, don't do something different, don't step out of your comfort zone. So again, if we're in a stress response, if we're overwhelmed in life, then we're not going to be able to make that commitment. So really, we need to have a certain level of stability and regulation in order to invest in a coaching program. So just check in with yourself, feel it in your body, take a deep breath, and, do I have the time? Is my life overwhelming right now or not? Do I have the resources so it's not going to pinch me too hard to do this? And do I have the commitment to do it? So that's the kind of litmus test for you to make a really rational decision about professional support, because if you're like me, I see a lot of fun, shiny, pretty programs out there. It's like, I want that, and I want that, and I want that. And sometimes we just kind of overwhelm ourselves and don't get the benefit from it. So that's how you can tell. Now, why would we? We've got the time, we've got the money, we've got the commitment. Why would we want to invest in professional support? Well, like I said, I have gone through phases of DIYing it, and I've also gotten professional support. So when I do finally hire a coach, especially my one-on-one coach, I was like, oh, I wish I would have done this 10 years ago. So I'm like, I can do it myself. I'm a researcher. I can look online and find all the answers, which is true. It is all out there, but it's unorganized. It's endless. There's a lot of varying opinions. And a lot of what's out there is sort of counter to what an older, sensitive, and neurodiverse woman needs. And so it's just a mismatch in general. So the example I'm thinking of right now is because I'm training for a triathlon, which is all I'm talking about because it's consuming my life. I hired a swim coach. I'm taking swimming lessons. I know how to swim. I've done all the swim patches, but I haven't done it in a long time, and I want to fine tune my process. So say you've been running your own business for 2 to 5 years, but you're like, oh, I just feel like I don't have my technique down. I'm stuck and I'm not sure why. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm lost. It's a great time to hire a swim coach. Now, I'm not going to have the swim coach forever, right? It's just for the next phase. I also hired a strength coach, which has been really fun. He can help me with my technique. He can help me see things that I can't see for myself. So that's a real benefit to hiring a coach, is like you're feeling lost. You've been trying things, but it's not working and you're not sure why. Another reason is that the camaraderie. And I think of like long distance running clubs, right? Each long distance runner is running their own game, right? One runner's metrics doesn't affect the other runner's metrics, but together they're creating momentum. They're holding each other up, emotionally, energetically. So you come to a group coaching program and you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling stressed out. There's other people in the room with you who are actually co-regulating with you. They're helping you to soothe and organize through their regulated nervous system. So that camaraderie, that, hey, I got your back on this one, the way people share their experiences can be incredibly insightful. So we are on our own, which I'm so glad for. I really like to run solo, but I also like that camaraderie, that feeling of being in community. It can be really lonely running your own business. So another really valuable aspect is, especially if you have an ADHD brain, it's really hard to stay on track. I could do this or 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 this. How about we just stick with the one thing that's going to move the needle, that's an income-producing activity, and not get distracted from all the shining objects? That's one thing I do in my group coaching, is to help people trim down all the things they could be doing and stick to the few things that are really income producing activities. So in that sense, investing in group coaching is going to get you a higher ROI, return on investment, because you're actually doing the things that will help you. So it's like a mirror for what you're doing. It's like feedback from a different perspective. It's like that wonderful sense of community. And it's just like making sure you don't get lost. When I was trekking in the Himalayas, which I did quite a bit in Nepal, magical, I hired a guide. I hired a porter who lived there. He knew where to go. He knew which places to stop at. He helped me from like taking a turn and going down the wrong valley and having to trace my steps back over a 2-day period of time. And so having a guide, somebody who knows the terrain, who's been there before, and can help you walk that path in a way that's more efficient and more effective. And perhaps most critically, having business support can be the difference between quitting because you're in that invisible growth stage and you don't think you're doing it, you don't think you're having any success, when there's this process where somebody who's walking by your side can trust the process for you can believe in you until you believe in yourself. And if you can make it through that invisible growth phase until the cash register starts to ring, is sometimes the very most valuable aspect of having a professional business coach on your side. Feeling lost and feeling stuck in your business is like being in the desert without water. It's a drag. And coming into a group coaching experience can really feel like an oasis where you're like, you know what? I don't want to invest the money. I'll do it on my own. I have found that at different stages of my business that making that investment actually got me further faster and actually saved me money in the long run. So to help you with this decision framework, really look at those three basic things. Do I have the money? Do I have the time? Do I have the commitment right now? Do I have the capacity to make that commitment? Then look at, like, am I feeling lonely? Am I feeling isolated? Am I feeling lost? Am I getting distracted by all the shiny things? Have I signed up for 3 online courses that I haven't taken yet? Whatever that is for you. And if you're thinking, yeah, that is me, then it's probably a right time for you to invest in business coaching, knowing that it's going to get you ahead faster. You're going to get further down the path. One thing that I see is people spinning their wheels and not making the kind of progress they could be making because they're kind of zigzagging like this. Now, if you aren't ready for professional support for your business coaching, it may be just because you're really new and you haven't tried things out for yourself yet, or you're not in a financial position to do it, or you're feeling like not ready to jump on that train, so to speak. So you'll know that for yourself. You'll feel that in your body. Take a walk in the woods, wander, and just feel like, what does it feel like to say yes to this? Notice how that feels for you. And then what does it feel like to say not right now for this? And let that be your guide. So take a deep breath. Creating your own autonomous stream of income is a nervous system intensive activity. What you're doing is brave, and you're brave to do it on your own, and there'll be some times when you need support. And when that time comes, it's not really a question of, can I afford this? It's really like, what is the cost of staying stuck? So whichever place you're in right now, if you're yes, I'm ready for business support, or I'm not ready yet, I'm going to leave you some resources in the comment section below, in the description below. So a free sovereign map guide that shows you what this process looks like. And I'm also going to leave a link for a Coffee Connect if you just want to talk through the process with me. I love to connect with women who are stepping out and creating their own autonomous income stream. Or if you've been doing it for a while and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I love to just hold some space for you to hear where you're at with that. So if something resonated with you about this conversation, I would love you to leave a comment below and let me know what that is. It's wonderful to hear from people in our community. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, and share this with anyone else that you know who is also on this grand adventure of building an autonomous stream of income. As always, thank you so much for being here.